This stuff matters. Aggression matters. Your dog attacking other dogs matter. Your dog jumping on the old lady matters. Your dog biting kids in the face matters. We can't be soft about this stuff. All right, we've got 9 dogs down here in the pool area. Dogs get nutty when they get wet. So if anything happens, you guys are gonna see it. If they play too rough, if there's bad body language, I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. You guys ask a lot of questions about body language. Okay, so let's watch these guys. All you need, generally speaking, is your body. Okay, is your body. You are going to mark and punish the behavior. My marker is a yell, and the punisher is me walking into the dog and grabbing the dog. You have to be bold, you have to be the boss. That's how you deal with groups of dogs, aggression, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes people on the comments are like, you shouldn't yell at the dogs. I'm not yelling at the dogs. Dogs have focus like you don't understand at home. They're not like you. They're very different. They have tunnel vision, they have prey drive, they're running, they're about to nip the dog, not an attack, but maybe an attack. They're about to bite the dog's heels, they're about to bite the back of the neck of the dog. They literally don't hear you. So when you see me on these videos go, hey, and yell, I am simply getting them out of it. I am simply shocking them enough to where they're running and they go, oh, and then they don't even hear that yell, but about 50, it doesn't take them out of it, but about 50% down. But it's just enough for them to go, oh, doesn't mean they stop the chase, but they at least hear me and see me as they're running for a second. And then as I start walking, or you start walking, they're kind of like, oh, that guy's coming to get me. So you marked the behavior with the yell, the pursuit and the grabbing of them is the punishment. Eventually, they're running and they kind of go, I better watch that guy and watch for what he's doing. And that's how you get them out. That's why I don't use e-collars, but that's why e-collars work, is they're running and then you hit it, right? It can be done distally and there is a punishment to it, okay? I don't use them, but they can work for certain stuff. I don't like them for certain stuff. I like them for certain stuff. All right, so we're gonna watch these guys. When dogs get wet, as I said, they get crazy. So, to the comments of I'm yelling, I'm not yelling. If your kid is about to run in the street, chasing a ball, just thinking, I gotta get that ball, not thinking about anything, a truck is coming, you go, hey, no. You gotta stop the behavior. You have to stop. That's actually the best example of mark and punish, is the kid running into the street example. Everybody, every human being watching this, if their kid's running in the street, they'll do the exact same thing. They'll yell loud, the kid will hopefully stop, hey! So this guy needs to chill. That yell in there, got it. I didn't even need to do the punishment part. The yell was enough. He stopped. He's like, okay, I stopped. Is it gonna happen if, with that big old lab being too rough with the smaller doodle? That guy's too big to be rough with the smaller doodle. He's too strong, he's too heavy. It's dangerous. So is that okay? Can I let that go? No, so I yelled to get him out of it and it stopped everything. This is what I want to teach you guys, right? How to be like this. I have a lot of doggy daycare folks that follow me. This is the deal. I'm a corporate trainer for a giant doggy daycare facility and have been for 12 years. They often have me in to talk to their employees. This is the way you gotta be with groups of dogs. You're the boss. You're running the show around here. Or else it's gonna be mayhem. It will be mayhem. I've been in many doggy daycare yards. It's crazy if you're not taking control of the situation. So, kids running in the street, you yell, kid stops, you go up to them and go, never do that again. It's mean. Kid probably cries. It's not nice. It stops behaviors, however. You want to stop your dog from attacking dogs, being the worst, to chasing dogs and being too rough, like Dozer was. It's all stopped the same way. It is marking the behavior, just like positive reinforcement, marking with a clicker, reinforcing. We are marking with a yell and punishing with a little bit of punishment, or if they're attacking the dog, a lot of punishment. Kid running into the street, we're marking and we're punishing. Never do that again. That's the best argument for this method, is the kid running in the street thing. Okay, can they be rough with this little doodle? No, doodles have thin little bones. There's nothing under that hair of that doodle. That is a little dog. These dogs are not little. Now, they're not being too rough right now. We want to let dogs play. That was a little much. But they're not being too rough. Okay? So, back to the method that I want you guys to get, and it's why I'm doing a whole video on it. Any behavior is mark and punish. Sometimes even my wife is like, you shouldn't use the word punishment. I don't really care. I don't really care if it triggers some people. They go, oh, punishment, that's bad. Punishment, you use it all the time in your own life. All the time with people. It can be a look. Punishment doesn't need to be a horrible thing. You're using it all day long and you don't even know it on other people. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's not enough. But punishment decreases behaviors. I'm not going to change my terms because people, oh, punishing a dog, you shouldn't punish a dog. I don't care how you take it. Punishment doesn't need to be bad. I'm using it in the correct way to use it. So mark and punish. Why does that mark need to be a yell? Because it needs to get him out of that tunnel vision. Why does that mark need to be a yell when the kids run in the street? Because it needs to get him out of that tunnel vision. Then why do we need to follow up with punishment? Because that's what's going to actually decrease the behavior. The yell is just a stopper and a marker. Okay? Okay, so let's keep watching these guys. Hey, if you guys have questions about this method, put them in the comments. I'll either make a video or I'll try to get back to your questions. I know I always don't. Let's watch these guys. Hey! What did we punish there? I hope that was on camera. He went over the top of the dog. It really wasn't that bad. That's why I didn't do any punishment. That's why he was just a stopper or marker. But he went over the top to the back of the neck. That was the exact example I gave about 2 minutes ago when a dog's chasing another dog. They go to the back of the neck or they go to the heels. The owners don't want him doing that to other dogs. Let's see if it stops now. Let's see if he does that again. I might have got my point across with just the hay. And the timing has to be right. I didn't mind that from Dozer because it was just a growl. You probably didn't hear it, but it was just a growl, like a play growl. And what they'll eventually do, what Daisy, who's the tan dog, what she'll eventually do is get to the point where she is running up on the dog, going for the neck a little bit, and then going, oh yeah, that guy gets mad when I do that. I'm not going to do that. That's the way you get rid of behaviors. So, that's the video. Body language, how to stop behaviors within groups, being the boss, following up, marking the behavior, doing it every time. If the dog doesn't come, you go get them. This stuff sounds hardcore. It's hardcore in a way because I don't want any aggression. That's the only reason I'm hardcore. You guys have seen videos where I'm doing, like I did a video yesterday on rolling over and spinning, tricks. I let a lot of stuff go because I don't care that much. I want the dog to learn it, but it doesn't really matter. This stuff matters. Aggression matters. Your dog attacking other dogs matter. Your dog jumping on the old lady matters. Your dog biting kids in the face matters. We can't be soft about this stuff. You don't want to go overboard by any means, but that's why I talk to you so much about watch that behavior. Why did I do that on that behavior? This stuff matters more than you think. Dogs are running around this country and around the world, and they're out of control, many dogs. Look at the comments on my channel. People are like, I don't know what to do. This is horrible. My dog's all over it's happening. That's why we're busy. That's why this channel is growing so much, is aggression, reactivity, and the way to deal with that is to be like this. It is the way. I know it sounds, I'm not saying it's the only way. I think it's the best way though, is the method I'm talking to you about today, right now. Mark and punish, be the boss. Have the dogs respect you. That's a big term, respect you. How do you get that? From what I just did. From what I just did with Daisy. And I wasn't even hardcore. I yelled, I took 2 steps into her, and then she's like, okay, I'll go do something else. And I was like, great. Then you take the pressure off. When they decide to do something else, it's called negative punishment. Excuse me, negative reinforcement. When you walk into them and they go, okay, sorry, ears pinned. Sure, her ears didn't even pin, but she basically stopped the behavior and kind of cruised off. I then take the pressure off. I'm the punisher. That sounds funny. But I am the punishment. And then when I take the pressure off, that is reinforcing to the dog. And then give the dogs love all of their times. But I'm talking about when you want to be serious, when you want to get rid of a behavior, this is the way to be, okay? All right, guys, so that's the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll keep making videos if you guys like this stuff, if you guys comment on this stuff. That's it.